Welcome back, students. In the previous class we were discussing about the phylum Aspelmanthus, right? After that we studied about the phylum Annelids, and here in this class we shall be studying the phylum Arthropoda, or they are commonly called the insects. So this is a phylum which comprises of all the different types of insects. So this is the largest phylum in the animal kingdom. So note down, this is the largest phylum in the animal kingdom, and the common members or the members of this phylum, that are the insects, right? And here in this phylum, the members, that is the members of the phylum Arthropoda, they have the organ system of organization. So when we speak about the organization in the animal body, that is of the organ system, that means that, as I explained in the previous classes, the functions of the body that takes place in an definite organ, right? So here when we speak about the symmetry that is bilaterally symmetrical, and they are coelomate organisms with triploblastic, or they are having 3 layers, right? So they are triploblastic. So this phylum, they comprise of organ system of organization, and they are bilaterally symmetrical with triploblastic. They are triploblastic and they are coelomates, that is they comprises of a coelom. And then when we speak about the body, this body comprises of the head, thorax and abdomen. So these are the different parts of a body. So in the previous phylum we didn't find such classification or organization, right? So here in case of the phylum Arthropoda, we have the body that is classified into, or that is differentiated into head, thorax and abdomen. So head is a apical region, the thorax is a central neck region, and the abdomen, which is the lowermost region, right? And the typical characteristic of this phylum, that is they comprises of the jointed appendages. So whenever you observe an animal in this phylum, for example, here some of the representative of this phylum, that is the scorpions, or also the prawns. So either you can observe either scorpion or prawns or any of the members of this phylum. Have you observed that? So these have jointed appendages here in this, and as well as here you find the appendages, they are jointed, right? So that is a characteristic feature of this phylum. And here when we speak about the respiratory organs, they are also comparatively special in this phylum. They can be either gills or book gills or even book lungs, and sometimes even tracheal system, that is all the 4 variations are present in the respiratory organs. Now speaking about the circulatory system, here the system is open, that is the blood flows directly into the central cavity. There is no differentiation into vessels and arteries or veins, right? So here the circulatory system, that is open, where the blood directly flows into a central cavity. And when we speak about the sensory organs, even that is advanced than that of the annelids. Here the sensory organs, mainly the antennae. Have you observed a butterfly, right? So there the sensory organ, that is an antennae. Or have you observed the cockroach or housefly or mosquitoes? All the cases wherein the sensory organs are antennae, whereas in case of the houseflies, for example, they are of the eyes. So here the houseflies, they belong to the eyes, where the sensory organs are eyes, and the butterflies or moths, they have the antennae type of sensory organs, or even the cockroaches. And thus eyes, that is either honeybees or mosquitoes or even the houseflies, that may be simple or that may be compound. Simple or compound in the sense that may be a single eye, or it may be made up of a single eye with numerous compartments. So each of these compartment comprises of an individual eye or the sensory structures. So each of these components that will form a individual eye, and in total it gives a real picture, or it gives a real vision, right? So that is a compound eye. So now speaking about the excretion. So here the excretion that takes place by the means of a specialized structure that is called the Malpighian tubules. So these are the, so here these are, if it is a digestive tract, at the end of the digestive tract you find numerous tube like structures. So these are called Malpighian tubules, and they are responsible for the excretion of the waste materials in the animal body, right? So that is taken up by the Malpighian tubules. So remember, this is very important in the phylum Arthropoda. And then when we speak about the gender, or that is the animals where they are dioecious, that is the male and female, they are different, right? So they are morphologically different, and the fertilization that takes place internally, and this is known to be egg laying. So here onwards the phylum, or which comprises of either egg laying or they are directly giving rise to the young ones. So that is, here it is called the oviparous, that is the one which lays egg, and then the larva appears, and then the individual gets metamorphosed, right? So there is the differentiation. So here the individuals are different, that is the male and females are different. The fertilization is internal, and they have the specialized phenomenon, that is they lay their eggs as a means of reproduction, right? And here the development that may be direct or that may be indirect. For example, in case of the moth or in case of butterflies, you find that there is a indirect type of development, right? So where there is a intermediate larva between the egg and the adult. So after passing the larval stage, then the egg reaches the, or the larva that reaches the pupal stage, and then the individual or the adult arises. So that completes the general characters and important characters of the phylum Arthropoda. So arthro refers to jointed, and poda refers to, as usual, poda refers to feet or appendages. So the phylum that is named after jointed appendages. So that is a very important character of this phylum. So now when we recall, this is the largest phylum in the animal kingdom, and they are commonly called the insects. While speaking about the organ system, as the organization, it is of the organ system type of organization, and the body that is bilaterally symmetrical, and they are coelomates with triploblasts, right? That is the body, the animals, they are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, and they are coelomates. And here the body that is differentiated into the head, thorax and abdomen. So, that is the differentiation in the body. And as I said now, the important character of this phylum, that is the jointed appendages. Then while speaking about the respiratory system, there are different variations that may be in the form of gills or book gills or the book lungs or sometimes even tracheal system. And when we speak about the circulatory system, that is open type, that is the blood that flows directly into the central cavity. Then regarding the sensory organs, some of the animals, they possess antenna as a sensory organ, for example butterflies, moths or cockroaches, whereas some others, they possess eyes, that is for example houseflies or mosquitoes or even honeybees, right. If eyes are present, then they may be either simple or compound. Then regarding the excretion is carried out exclusively by a structure that is called Malpighian tubules. And then while speaking about the male and female individuals, they are different, that is dioecious, and the fertilization, that is internal, and they are egg laying animals, right. Then regarding the development, that may be direct or indirect. Now speaking about the different types of examples, the first one, as I said before, that is the scorpions or even prawns or the houseflies or any of the economically important insects, houseflies or honeybees or even mosquitoes. All these are belonging to the phylum Arthropoda, and even the butterflies, moths, etc. Right, all these are examples for the phylum Arthropoda or the members of phylum Arthropoda. So, if you have any doubts, you can clarify. Thank you.